Yes, says Patrick. Yes, says Patrick. Fantastic, says Patrick. Mean, mean, mean. It smacks of meanness. So let's get down to business. Let's press our pre-programmed M button and go on the attack. This brings to life 507 horsepower instead of 400. So the M6 is the first candidate to break the 500 horsepower barrier on our test track at the LUK Driving Center. You can see that it's pushing forwards. Even though it's certainly not the most powerful M model for a racetrack, I'd say it can still cut a good figure as a Grand Tourer.
Kann trotzdem als wirklich, ich sag mal, Grand Tourer hier eine gute Figur abgeben.
When you put your foot down, the car really pushes out of the corner. This is pure BMW. I associate this sound, these engines, and this way of being able to drive such a car with the BMW. When we change gears here, this is real BMW. Inspired by the 10-cylinder in the back of the Formula One BMW, M GmbH developed a masterpiece of engineering. Transverse force, regulated oil supply, and a high-revving concept made the 10-cylinder the engine of the year. And this masterpiece is now thundering in the front of the M6. Wow, goodness, it slams through the gears. Every time you change gear, you're afraid that the drivetrain will end up lying on the road. SMG3 is the name of the gearbox in the back of the M6. More of a racing gearbox than an everyday one. It's perfect for the test track. With these paddles, often you just have to tap them and the gear changes. Here you really have to pull on them, and they're also in a logical position for me. And so is the gear stick. I can change using the gear stick too. You pull it to change up and push it to change down. What I don't think I'll do, and it hurts deep in my soul to say this, is drive in the highest mode. From the shift position, I can set the shift speed. In the hardest position, there are blows that make your heart hurt. A look at the price also causes heart pain, a hefty 116,200 euros. Our tester has the competition package, including semi-slicks, for 2,500 euros. To see 170, 180, 190 in the heads-up display, then you really have to put the brakes on, and you can really feel the mass of the car and how it pushes forward. Towards the corner, steer in, short burst of gas. It's just easy to drive like a normal car. You can drive it fantastically like a normal car.
lässt sich echt einfach nur megamäßig fahren wie ein Auto.
The M6, sports car? It doesn't really have proper sporty contours. It's a giant car and it looks really good to my taste.
Und steht für meinen Geschmack auch echt sehr nett da.
Visually, the M6 is contentious. It originates from the heyday of bangle design at BMW. However, the M's black exterior fits like a bespoke suit. Not a bodybuilder with a muscle shirt, but an athlete dressed in fine cotton. Seldom has a supercar been so subtly dressed. Even the scandalous boot lid doesn't carry weight anymore. Inside, the M6 is a Grand Tourer, and so is best equipped for a motorway stage. Placing the M6 in our ranking is a bit difficult for me because, of course, the engine suggests that the car should be placed quite high up. But I have the feeling that because it's all very sluggish, the mass will prevent it from really pushing into the top 5. Okay, I would almost say the top 5 might be possible. The Cup tyres will make it possible for it to come in among the top 5.
Top 5 könnte fast klappen. Der Cup-Reifen wird es ermöglichen, dass er in die Top 5 reinkommt.
The current frontrunner, the Porsche GT3 RS with only 415 horsepower. Will the BMW have a chance at the best time with its 507 horsepower? Patrick digs in the spurs at the LUK driving centre. Almost 1.8 tons set off down the just under 1,800 metre long test track. It's good for records. The M6 also breaks the next barrier, the first candidate to reach more than 200 kilometers per hour on the back straights. But will that be enough to beat the lighter Porsche GT3 RS? Now comes the tight part. Not exactly the Black Bomber's favorite ground. Big and heavy, it'd rather go in a straight line than tackle meandering turns. And through to the finish. It wasn't enough for the podium, but as predicted, it did make it into the top 5. With a time of 1 minute 8.94, the M6 pushes into 4th place between the Audi twins.
Okay,
to call the M6 a GT was perhaps a bit of an exaggeration because the lap time clearly indicates otherwise, but it's no wonder with that engine and with the tires on top, although they don't come as standard. And how they transformed it. Unfortunately, the 10-cylinder will only appear once in the M6 for consumption reasons. It's rumored that subsequent versions will only have an 8-cylinder engine with a turbocharger. It's a shame, because M GmbH's masterpiece would have deserved a second performance.